So before we move on, I want to say a word about maintaining clean code. And I've said this before, that when you're writing your code, you're writing it not just so the computer can understand it, but so that other humans can understand it, including you when you come back and look at it later on. You want to make sure that you have some idea of what you were doing, right? So if you maintain code that's clean and readable, then you'll be able to, it'll be much easier to go in and improve and add new features and change things later on. So just looking at this, how I generated this initial list of balls here, I'm not completely happy with it, because first of all, I forgot to change the comment here. This should be create a list of balls, right? And then there's a lot going on here, with all this X random blah blah blah, and this append almost kind of gets lost in all this jumble of instructions here, statements. So what I want to do is I'm going to make a helper function a little bit farther up here that's actually going to have the job of creating a new ball. And I'm just going to have as input, I'm just going to have the name of the ball, and I'm going to do all of this stuff here. And then I am going to return a new ball. Okay, so what this says then is that if new ball gets past the name of the ball, it'll give me back a new ball with all this nicely randomized, x, y, dx, dy. Okay, so then what I can do here is I can just say, basically this is what I'm going to pass to new ball, right? I'm going to pass this string, because that's going to be the name of my new ball, and what I want to do, and then whatever gets returned from new ball, this ball, that's what I want to append. So I don't need to do all of this stuff. This is what I want to append each time to my list. Okay, so now it's a lot clearer. Okay, I'm making a list of balls, and I just, for I in range ball count, I'm going to just append a new ball, and I'm going to name it, bouncy string 1, blah, blah, blah. And then I can go back, if I want details on a new ball, I can go back and look over there. Okay, so let's just make sure it still works. Yeah, looks good. All right, so notice I didn't change the functionality. I didn't change the behavior. But I made it so then next time when I go back and look at this code, it's a little clearer to me what's going on. And this kind of cleaning up the code like this has a special name in programming. It's called refactoring. And there are whole books and websites and courses dedicated to refactoring, because it's such an important piece of programming. In fact, it's many times as a programmer, it's one of the first things you do when you sit down and you're trying to make sense of somebody else's code, is to just refactor it and clean it up so that you can make sense out of it before you even try to change any of the functionality. So it's a good thing to keep in mind. Try to maintain your code in such a way that not only the computer can understand it, but that other people can understand it, and that you can understand it when you go back to make changes to it.